Okay, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we're looking at the true foundation of wealth, specifically the 5 primary benefits of saving money. Now, look, I know saving often gets a pretty bad rep. A lot of people just look at it as this restrictive chore, right? Like a punishment or something that completely stops you from enjoying your life right now. But today, we're going to completely reframe that whole mindset. We're going to look at the data and the core principles to transform saving from an annoying chore into literally your ultimate tool for personal freedom. Here is our ladder of financial progression for today. First, we'll cover the power of saving. Second, security and debt reduction. Third, goals, freedom, and wealth. Fourth, smart habits for success. And finally, common mistakes to avoid. Let's start climbing. Section 1, the power of saving, or managing money wisely. Before we get into all the specific tactics, we really need to pause and acknowledge why this often feels so incredibly difficult to start. I mean, why is saving money so hard? Honestly, we've all been there, and the struggle is completely valid. You sit down, you make this great, pristine budget, and then out of nowhere, bam, your car's transmission makes a weird sound that's going to cost $2,000 to fix, or a random medical bill shows up in the mail. It is deeply frustrating. Plus, there's this massive misconception out there that you need a huge 6-figure salary to even begin putting money away. People constantly think, oh, I'll save when I'm rich. But actually, scratch that. That logic is completely backward. Let's completely reframe this. Saving is simply managing money wisely. It is not just about earning more. This shift is a real game changer because it takes the focus entirely away from the size of your paycheck and puts it right onto your daily habits. Even tiny, seemingly insignificant but consistent savings make a huge difference over time. It's all about intelligent management. You really don't have to wait for a promotion or a raise to start acting like a wealth builder. Moving right along to Section 2, security and debt reduction. Think of this as your defensive finance, securing your present reality and totally eliminating the stressful drag of debt. And this brilliantly illustrates the real-world impact. Without savings, a sudden disaster totally forces you to rely on high-interest credit cards. And the sheer panic of a potential job loss when you don't have a safety net, it's terrifying. But with a funded emergency account, you have this incredibly solid safety net that provides true peace of mind and just drastically reduces your overall financial stress. You can actually breathe easy when life throws a curveball. Because think about it, when you rely on your own cash reserves instead of borrowing from a bank, you completely avoid those unnecessary, draining interest payments. You effectively become your own lender. By doing this, you naturally build highly responsible spending habits because you're actively protecting your own hard-earned cash rather than just mindlessly swiping a piece of plastic. All right, Section 3, Goals, Freedom, and Wealth. Welcome to Offensive Finance. This is where we shift our energy to using our money to build the exact life we actually want to live. This means having the ultimate flexibility. We're talking about buying a home, purchasing those new gadgets completely guilt-free, funding your education, starting a business, or even traveling the world and changing careers. By setting realistic short-term and long-term targets, you give yourself the absolute freedom to seize life's best opportunities the exact moment they appear. So, the crucial point is that true confidence comes directly from financial independence. The ultimate benefit of saving isn't just hoarding a giant pile of cash in a bank account. No way. The true benefit is securing profound personal freedom. It's knowing deep down that you have choices, and that deep confidence and independence positively impacts the whole shebang, your career, your relationships, and your mental health. Think about how this freedom builds over time. It's like a snowball. At 1 month, you're just practicing consistent saving. You're simply building the muscle. Fast forward to 1 year, and you naturally step up into regular investing. Then, over a 5-year horizon and beyond, you unlock the absolute magic of compound growth and long-term wealth. Compound growth is simply your money making its own money. It is the mathematical secret to building real generational wealth. Which brings us to Section 4, Smart Habits for Success. This is your practical toolkit. Let's look at the exact step-by-step actions you can take today to start building this wealth. Here is an absolute classic rule of thumb, the 50-30-20 budgeting rule. It works like this. Exactly 50% of your income goes to your needs, so your rent, utilities, groceries. Then 30% goes to your wants, like dining out, hobbies, and entertainment. And finally, a strict 20% goes directly to savings. By visually breaking down exactly how your income should be divided, maintaining healthy finances basically becomes an automatic structured process. But to guarantee that 20% actually gets saved, You absolutely must pay yourself first. This is a remarkably powerful psychological trick. You immediately move that 20% right into your savings account the exact moment your paycheck clears, before you spend a single dime on anything else. If you just wait until the end of the month to save whatever happens to be left over, well, human nature dictates there will almost never be anything left over. So pay yourself first. To really lock in that mentality, let's run through these rapid-fire daily habits. First, track your expenses so you know where every single dollar goes. Avoid impulse purchases. Maybe try waiting 24 hours before buying anything non-essential. Set automatic savings transfers so the money moves without you lifting a finger. Use separate savings accounts, ideally at a totally different bank, just to keep that cash out of sight and out of mind. And review your monthly expenses regularly. Automation and separate accounts literally completely remove the temptation to overspend. And finally, Section 5, Common Mistakes to Avoid, or the Pitfalls on the Journey. Let's look at the behavioral traps that can derail even the most well-intentioned saver. Listen closely to this one, because the absolute most devastating mistake you can make is waiting until your income increases before you finally start saving. It's a total trap. Usually, your lifestyle spending just inflates right alongside that shiny new salary. Other massive mistakes include spending all your monthly income, totally ignoring the need for an emergency fund, making emotional purchases when you're stressed out, and simply not having a financial plan at all. Please do not wait for the perfect time or the perfect salary. Start exactly where you are today. Ultimately, it all comes down to one powerful question. What will your future self thank you for? Consistent saving habits bring profound financial peace, and they literally open the door to incredible opportunities. So don't wait for the stars to align. What is the one tiny step you can take right now, today, to claim your financial freedom? Take that step, because your future self is going to be incredibly grateful that you did.